Ladies and gentlemen, there are moments in history when everything appears normal on the surface, yet underneath, foundations are already cracking. People wake up, go to work, scroll through their phones, make plans for next year, and assume tomorrow will resemble today. But the greatest changes never announce themselves with a trumpet. They begin quietly. They begin in places no one is watching. They begin while the world is distracted. And that is where we are now. It has already begun. There is a dangerous assumption that has existed throughout every generation of history, the belief that tomorrow will always look like today. People become comfortable with routines. They become accustomed to familiar patterns. They begin to believe that because life has remained stable for so long, it will continue that way indefinitely. Yet history repeatedly demonstrates that the greatest changes often begin quietly, long before most people recognize them. The awakening described here is not about a single event, a specific date, or a dramatic moment that instantly transforms the world. It is a process already underway. It is the realization that beneath the appearance of normality, profound shifts are occurring in the way people think, live, and respond to reality. Most individuals are so occupied with daily distractions that they fail to notice these changes until they have become impossible to ignore. Modern society is flooded with information. News travels across the world in seconds. Social media delivers an endless stream of opinions, arguments, and entertainment. Yet despite this unprecedented access to knowledge, many people have become less aware of what truly matters. Information is abundant, but wisdom is rare. People know countless facts, but struggle to understand deeper truths about purpose, responsibility, and character. This is one of the clearest signs that the awakening has already begun. The world is becoming increasingly divided between those who are paying attention and those who remain distracted. Some people recognize that constant entertainment can numb the mind. They understand that endless comfort can weaken determination. They see how easily distractions can consume valuable years of life. Others continue moving from one distraction to another, never stopping long enough to evaluate where their path is leading. The danger of spiritual and mental sleep is that it feels comfortable. A person who is asleep rarely realizes they are asleep. They assume everything is fine. They assume there is always more time. They postpone important decisions, delay personal growth, and ignore warning signs because confronting reality requires effort and courage. Throughout history, societies have often reached critical turning points while most people remained unaware. Economic systems appeared strong until they suddenly collapsed. Institutions seemed stable until hidden weaknesses were exposed. Cultures believed they were thriving until moral confusion began eroding the foundations that once sustained them. The lessons of history reveal a consistent pattern. Decline often begins long before it becomes visible. Today, many individuals place their trust in temporary things. They rely on convenience, technology, entertainment, and material success to provide meaning and security. Yet these things, while useful, cannot replace inner strength. They cannot provide lasting purpose. When uncertainty arrives, people quickly discover that external comforts cannot fill internal emptiness. The awakening is therefore a call to awareness. It challenges individuals to examine their lives honestly. Are they merely reacting to circumstances, or are they intentionally shaping their future? Are they spending their time pursuing what truly matters, or are they trapped in cycles of distraction? Are they strengthening their minds and character, or allowing comfort to slowly weaken them? Those who awaken early gain a tremendous advantage. They begin preparing before difficulties appear. They cultivate discipline before it becomes necessary. They develop wisdom before confusion spreads. Rather than waiting for a crisis to force change upon them, they choose transformation voluntarily. Many people are waiting for a dramatic sign that will convince them to take action. They expect a single event that will suddenly awaken everyone around them. But genuine awakening usually happens quietly. It begins with a realization. It begins when a person recognizes that valuable time is passing, that distractions are consuming their attention, and that the future belongs to those who prepare while others remain asleep. The process has already started. The separation between awareness and distraction, between preparation and complacency, between purpose and passivity, is becoming increasingly clear. Every day presents a choice. Every decision either moves a person toward greater awareness or deeper complacency. Every moment offers an opportunity to awaken before circumstances make that decision unavoidable. One of the greatest illusions of modern life is the belief that strength comes from what we possess rather than who we become. People spend years accumulating wealth, building careers, gaining recognition, and securing comfort. While these pursuits are not inherently wrong, many individuals mistakenly assume that external success automatically creates inner strength. Yet history, experience, and human nature all reveal the same truth. When real adversity arrives, character matters far more than possessions. A person may have wealth and still crumble under pressure. A person may have influence and still be overwhelmed by fear. A person may have status and still lack the courage necessary to face uncertainty. External achievements can create the appearance of strength, but true strength is tested only when circumstances become difficult. This is why preparation and character are so important. Character is not developed during moments of comfort. It is formed through choices made when no one is watching. It is built through discipline when distractions are abundant. It is strengthened through perseverance when quitting would be easier. Character is not something a person suddenly discovers during a crisis. It is something cultivated long before the crisis arrives. Many people admire individuals who remain calm during difficult times. They look at those who endure hardship with courage and wonder how they became so resilient. What they often fail to see are the years of preparation that came before. Strength is rarely created in a single moment. It is built gradually through countless decisions, sacrifices, and acts of self-discipline. Every challenge presents an opportunity to become stronger. Every obstacle contains a lesson. Every setback offers a chance to develop qualities that comfort can never provide. Patience grows when circumstances test endurance. Courage develops when fear must be confronted. Wisdom emerges through experience and reflection. These qualities cannot be purchased, inherited, or borrowed from someone else. They must be earned. Unfortunately, modern culture often promotes the opposite message. It encourages people to seek immediate gratification, avoid discomfort, and prioritize convenience above all else. Problems are expected to have instant solutions. Success is expected to arrive quickly. Effort is often viewed as an inconvenience rather than a necessity. As a result, many individuals become skilled at avoiding difficulty instead of learning how to overcome it. But avoiding difficulty does not eliminate it. Challenges eventually arrive in every life. Unexpected losses occur. Plans fail. Relationships experience strain. Circumstances change. During those moments, a person discovers whether they have developed the inner resources necessary to endure. Preparation is therefore not merely practical. It is deeply personal. It involves strengthening the mind, refining habits, and developing a sense of purpose. It means learning to control emotions rather than being controlled by them. It means practicing discipline even when motivation is absent. It means choosing responsibility over excuses and commitment over convenience. One of the most valuable aspects of preparation is that it creates stability during uncertainty. People who have cultivated strong character are not easily shaken by temporary setbacks. They understand that difficulties are part of life rather than evidence that life has gone wrong. Instead of panicking, they adapt. Instead of complaining, they take action. Instead of surrendering, they persevere. Integrity also plays a central role in true strength. A person of integrity remains committed to principles even when compromise appears easier. They do what is right even when it is unpopular. They remain honest even when dishonesty offers short-term advantages. This consistency creates a foundation that cannot easily be destroyed by changing circumstances. The world often celebrates visible accomplishments, but the most important victories are frequently invisible. They occur when someone chooses discipline over laziness, courage over fear, and responsibility over blame. These decisions may seem small in the moment, but over time they shape a person's character and determine how they respond when greater challenges emerge. The individuals who thrive during uncertain times are rarely those with the most resources. More often, they are those who have invested in developing themselves. They have trained their minds to remain focused. They have strengthened their character through consistent effort. They have prepared themselves for adversity rather than assuming it will never come. True strength is not measured by how a person performs when everything is easy. It is revealed when circumstances become difficult, when pressure increases, and when obstacles seem overwhelming. In those moments, preparation becomes invaluable, and character becomes the difference between those who endure and those who collapse. Every human being faces a choice, whether they realize it or not. It is not merely a choice made once in a lifetime, but one made repeatedly every day. It is the choice between comfort and purpose, between distraction and discipline, between remaining passive and actively shaping one's future. The direction of a person's life is often determined not by a single dramatic decision, but by the accumulation of these daily choices. Comfort is attractive because it asks very little from us. It encourages us to remain where we are. It whispers that there is always more time, that growth can wait until tomorrow, and that difficult responsibilities can be postponed. Comfort promises temporary relief from effort, sacrifice, and discomfort. Yet while comfort may feel pleasant in the moment, it often comes at a hidden cost. It can gradually weaken ambition, reduce discipline, and create a false sense of security. Purpose, on the other hand, requires action. It demands commitment. It calls individuals to move beyond what is easy and familiar. Purpose asks difficult questions. It challenges people to consider why they are here, what they stand for, and how they intend to use the limited time they have been given. Unlike comfort, purpose often involves sacrifice. It requires effort even when motivation fades. It requires persistence when progress seems slow. Yet it is through this process that meaningful growth occurs. One of the greatest dangers in modern life is the endless availability of distractions. Every day, countless things compete for attention. Entertainment, social media, superficial concerns, and temporary pleasures can easily consume hours, days, and eventually years. Many people become so occupied with immediate gratification that they lose sight of long-term goals. They become busy without being productive. They remain active without moving closer to their true purpose. Distraction is dangerous because it rarely appears harmful at first. It often disguises itself as harmless entertainment or temporary relaxation. Yet over time, repeated distractions can prevent individuals from developing their potential. Dreams remain unrealized. Talents remain undeveloped. Opportunities pass unnoticed. A person may suddenly look back and wonder where the years have gone. Purpose provides clarity amid this confusion. When individuals understand what truly matters, they become better equipped to make decisions that align with their values. They begin to evaluate activities, relationships, and priorities differently. Instead of asking what is easiest, they ask what is most important. Instead of pursuing temporary satisfaction, they focus on lasting significance. Responsibility plays a critical role in this choice. Many people spend years blaming circumstances, other individuals, or external factors for their situation. While challenges and obstacles certainly exist, personal growth begins when individuals accept responsibility for their own actions and decisions. Responsibility is empowering because it shifts attention away from what cannot be controlled and toward what can be influenced. Those who choose purpose understand that meaningful achievements require consistent effort. They recognize that success is not built through occasional bursts of motivation, but through disciplined action repeated over time. Small choices matter. Daily habits matter. The willingness to continue moving forward despite setbacks matters. Every act of discipline strengthens character and moves a person closer to becoming who they are capable of being. Fear often stands in the way of purpose. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of uncertainty, and fear of change can prevent people from taking necessary action. Yet courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to act despite fear. Individuals who pursue purpose learn that growth occurs beyond the boundaries of comfort. They discover strengths they never knew they possessed because they are willing to face challenges rather than avoid them. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Every decision creates momentum in a particular direction. Every choice either strengthens discipline or weakens it. Every day either moves a person closer to their purpose or further away from it. While many continue drifting through life without intention, those who choose purpose begin building a foundation capable of withstanding uncertainty and adversity. The distinction between comfort and purpose becomes increasingly important during difficult times. Comfort provides temporary ease, but little resilience. Purpose creates meaning, direction, and endurance. When challenges arise, individuals who have dedicated themselves to a higher purpose are often better equipped to remain focused, determined, and hopeful. Their actions are guided not merely by convenience, but by conviction, allowing them to continue moving forward even when circumstances become difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, the message before us is not one of fear, it is one of awareness. The purpose of every warning is not to create panic, but to create preparation. Throughout this speech, we have explored a reality that many people would rather ignore. Profound changes are already unfolding, and countless individuals remain distracted, unprepared, and asleep to what truly matters. We have seen that the greatest threats are not always external. Often, the most dangerous battles are fought within. They are battles against complacency, distraction, comfort, and the temptation to postpone what must be done today. The future is not shaped by chance alone. It is shaped by the choices we make when nobody is watching, by the habits we cultivate, and by the principles we refuse to compromise. The truth is that difficult times do not create character. They reveal it. They expose whether a person has built their life upon a solid foundation or upon temporary comforts. When uncertainty arrives, titles will not save you. Popularity will not save you. Possessions will not save you. Only the strength you have developed within yourself will remain. This is why the time to awaken is now. Not tomorrow. Not next month. Not when circumstances force the issue. Right now. Every day presents a new opportunity to become stronger, wiser, more disciplined, and more purposeful than you were the day before. Every day offers a chance to choose courage over comfort and responsibility over excuses. There will always be people who wait. They will wait for the perfect moment, the perfect sign, or the perfect circumstances. But history has never belonged to those who waited. It has belonged to those who prepared. It has belonged to those who saw what others ignored. It has belonged to those who acted while others remained asleep. The line is already being drawn. One path leads toward awareness, discipline, and purpose. The other leads toward distraction, complacency, and regret. Every person must decide which path they will follow. No one can make that decision for you. Years from now, when people look back on this moment, they will realize that the signs were there all along. The warnings were clear. The opportunity to prepare was available. The only question that remained was who chose to listen. Because the awakening has already begun. The testing has already begun. The separation has already begun. And those who prepare today will never fear tomorrow. Wake up before the world forces you to.